is God? God, Bible says that he dwells in unapproachable light. It means that he cannot be seen. He is called not just the invisible God, he is the unseeable God. You can't see him. He cannot be seen. Angels have never seen him. They've never seen him because he is the unseeable God. You couldn't see him. You couldn't see him. He said he dwells in unapproachable light that no man can approach. So this invisible God, this unseeable God became flesh. When did angels see God for the first time? The day they saw Jesus. The day they saw him. He was God. He is God, tabernacled in flesh. So the invisible God has become visible. So not junior God. This is the very God of God. This is the very God. Philip said, Lord, just show us the Father. He said, if you show us the Father, we will believe. Then he said, have I been with you this long and you didn't know me? He didn't say, okay, now see the Father. He said, have I. Philip said, show us the Father. He said, have I. I been with you this long and you didn't know me, Philip. He said, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. That Father that could not be seen. Moses said, show me your glory. God said, you can't see it. He said, if you see it, you'll die. Who is Jesus? He says, no man has seen God at any time, but the one who came from the bosom of the Father. He said he has revealed him. He has revealed him. He is called Emmanuel. Emmanuel is God with us. Not the junior God, the very God that appeared to Moses in that burning bush. The very God that walked with Adam in that garden. The very God that said, let there be light. This very God now is tabernacled in human flesh. Walking. The same God, the very God. He said, my Father. They say, how can you call God your Father? How can you call God your Father? Then he said, before Abraham was, I am. Grammar would be, before Abraham was, I was. Before he was, I was. He said, before Abraham was, I am. The word he used to say I am is exactly the word God used in that burning bush when Moses said, when I go, who will they say sent me? Who will I say sent me? When they ask me, which God? When they ask me, which God? Because what is it? The Egyptians had many gods. So when you say, God, let my people go. God said, I should come and tell you, let my people go. They will ask me, which God? God said, you look at them and tell them, I am that I am. Now this I am that I am has been made flesh. So he said, before Abraham was, I am. So believing in I am, that God of Abraham, is now equals believing in Jesus. If you don't believe in this Jesus, you don't believe in that God. I believe in God. It's just Jesus have a problem with you. You don't know God. Because you couldn't know him. He says, no man knew him. No man knew his ways. Jesus has revealed him. Jesus now is the revelation of God. Believing in Jesus is believing in God. Not believing in Jesus is not knowing God.